because I'm going to turn him in.
A potentially dangerous day on the water, and now an investigation after boaters say a plane buzzed them on a North Texas lake. Good evening, I'm Christy Nelson.
I'm Bianca Castro, thanks for joining us. NBC5's Jocelyn Lockwood is live at Eagle Mountain Lake with more on what happened. Jocelyn, this sounds scary.
Well, Bianca, boaters, witnesses who saw this say a plane was flying low, at times extremely low, buzzing people, a lake full of people really here enjoying it for the 4th of July holiday. And the FAA says they didn't just receive complaints from people here at Eagle Mountain Lake, but also at Lake Arlington.
Cowboy hat.
If you could draw a picture-perfect 4th of July
Beach.
for the Pick family, it would be at the lake, which is exactly where they were.
What did you guys think was going to happen?
I thought it was going to hit us.
When fun on the water turned to fear. This video, captured by someone on the shore, shows a plane buzzing the Pick's boat, their 2 daughters on a tube behind. One of them even screams.
We were like really scared. We were like, there's a plane coming at us.
Adam Pick had called for help, worried the pilot was having trouble.
We were worried for him at first.
At first, when I was on with 911, I said, there is a plane that's in danger. Then you realize he's not in danger, he's having fun. And that's when you go from caring to mad.
Mad, and he wasn't alone. Several people captured video of the plane making numerous passes over the lake.
And there was people running. As he was coming by, people were running off their docks.
He didn't seem very far above our heads. I'm not good with distance, but maybe 10 feet above us.
At times, the pilot flying so low, the Picks say you could see the expressions on the faces of people in the plane.
They came over the boat and we just saw them like pointing at us and laughing at us. And we were like, why are those people doing this?
I thought I was going to see somebody die that day, or we were going to die.
The Picks say it put an end to their time on the water.
We were off the lake after that.
We didn't go back out. We were done. And, you know, you're afraid, is he going to come back? Is he going to do this again?
The FAA is, of course, investigating. They say there are several regulations that could be at play here, one of those having to do with reckless operation of an aircraft. Now, we reached out to the plane's owner, who tells us that he leases the plane to a company that uses it to monitor traffic in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We reached out to that company. They did not want to comment, citing the ongoing investigation. We are live at Eagle Mountain Lake. Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
And police say 18 people still remain unaccounted for tonight. In many of those cases, police say they are trying to reach the person who made the report to find out if they were able to get in touch with their loved one. But one mother we talked with today says despite her efforts to reach him, she has not heard from her son since Saturday.
I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't think, I don't want to think the worst.
For 2 days, Jufa Ray Johnson has been living with the agony of not knowing where her only son is.
I just want to hear his voice. I just want to know he's okay and he's coming home.
20-year-old Tonka Johnson often stays with a friend at an apartment complex ravaged by the storm. No one, not friends, not family, has heard from him.
Out of all the text messages, no reply, no nothing. It's not like him to go this long without contacting somebody.
His mom doesn't know where he was when the storm hit.
My heart is just heavy. And, you know, you see this all the time, but when it hits home, it's really devastating.
Johnson is holding on to hope. Hope her son is somewhere and just hasn't checked in. But her fear.
So deep down, you think he's at the apartments?
I need my baby. I need my son. I just want him to say I'm okay. Mom, I'm okay. I can accept him being trapped under something, but I can't accept me not to ever see him again. I can't accept it.
As for the ongoing effort to find those unaccounted for, Texas Task Force 2 teams tell me they searched 853 buildings. They say they've completed their work. They finished yesterday. They did use dogs in the search, but the Garland police chief tells me local teams may go back and search if they deem it necessary. We are live tonight in Garland. Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
Now to video of a very close call. This is a Tarrant County railroad crossing where drivers have been caught crossing the barriers, and you see barely missed by that train there. Some say it happens at other crossings as well. NBC5's Jocelyn Lockwood is live tonight with the warning. Jocelyn?
And Christy, trains come through here all the time. This crossing along Blue Mound Road has 2 tracks. It also has lights, gates, and even concrete barriers. And it's also in an area dubbed a quiet zone, which means trains don't blow their horns usually when approaching the intersection. And some say that makes what some are doing and what was caught on camera even more dangerous. Living in northern Tarrant County means living with trains.
Almost 11 years now.
For a decade, Gary Riddle's house
Just not having the train horns has been good.
has sat along the tracks, but he's never seen this.
Can't believe they're going around.
This video was captured Tuesday by a driver and posted on social media. After one train passes, the gates stay down. More than 20 cars drive into the opposite lane, around the crossing arms, and across the tracks.
I just can't understand that somebody would go around the crossing arms, because that would tell you that, hey, something's coming.
Something. Like this Amtrak train.
That one barely clears, and you hear the horn.
Neighbor Elizabeth Ribble says she's seen people go around the barriers before.
Absolutely.
Not just at this crossing, but others nearby as well.
I've seen them go around me, and they honk because you're not going.
She says some drivers
We're very used to the tracks. They're everywhere.
get complacent.
So a lot of times when the train passes and the arms continue to stay down and everybody's in a hurry, they think, you know, it must be a malfunction, I'm going to go around.
You just don't go around crossing guards.
The concern is that it's not a matter of if somebody's going to get hurt or hit or killed, it's when.
Something Riddle
You never know.
doesn't want to see.
But I don't want to see anybody get hit, that's for sure.
This crossing is designated as having a high level of protection, according to Burlington Northern Santa Fe. It is designed to protect drivers, and a spokesman for the company today told us seeing this video was disappointing. We are live in Tarrant County. Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
We start in Dallas. Part of an old cemetery consistently covered in water, and some say the city hasn't done anything about it.
One man says he complained for years about the problem at the cemetery between Freewood Drive and Myrtle Springs, but got no help. So he turned to NBC5. Jocelyn Lockwood looked into the issue. She joins us live from the City Pauper Cemetery in West Dallas with more. Jocelyn?
And Meredith, this is an old cemetery, as you mentioned, in its name, paupers, meaning it was for the poor or those without family. The city does maintain it. They come out and mow it. But there is this. It is a point of concern, a low-lying area here. We are told the water level fluctuates with the rain, but the man we talked with today said it's almost always here. If you didn't know it was here, you'd likely miss it. At the end of a gravel road surrounded by buildings is a place of peace, a place for rest.
If you just notice, there's markers here. Anita Barton. There's one here, December 30th, 1934. One down here. Most of them don't have their original metal placards intact anymore. And we're at the edge of the wet part, so they keep going into the water.
Water that Edward Spoto says has been there regularly for years.
It's kind of gross. It's a shame because since it's an indigent cemetery, there's really nobody to advocate for the people that are here.
Spoto's business backs this portion of the cemetery. He says he's complained to the city periodically over time.
And you can see it says closed, resolved through citizen action 2 weeks ago. I've called code compliance from mosquito control, and then I've also called Dallas 311 and used their app and tried to go that route. I've called Parks and Recreation.
The water, he says, draws wildlife and is a breeding ground for mosquitoes. And then there's the other concern, a concern rooted in compassion.
And then you also have the problem of buried children underwater.
Spoto believes this is the portion dedicated for infants and children.
Oh yeah, it's very sad. I mean, it's a sad state when, there's nobody that beat a drum. It doesn't get dealt with, and it's a shame. It should be dealt with as a matter of the fact that this is somebody's child.
The city tells me it is aware of the flooding issues here in the cemetery. They say it's a complicated issue without a quick or a cheap long-term solution, in part because of the elevation here, also in part because of the grave sites. And this area as well is also landlocked. I'm told they do apply mosquito dunks here, though, to stop the mosquitoes from breeding. I'm also told a short-term solution is they are able to pump out the water. We are live in Dallas. Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
Well, a North Texas family is searching for their dog and some answers after a visit to the vet ended with their pup lost.
NBC5's Jocelyn Lockwood is live in Wiley tonight to explain. Jocelyn?
They took their dog to this Wiley Banfield Pet Hospital early Friday morning, fully expecting he would be there when they returned to pick him up. Instead, they got a phone call saying he escaped somehow. After searching since Friday, Banfield sent a search and rescue dog out today to help.
We've been here day and night. When the sun starts to go down, we go home because we can hear the coyotes coming out.
Do you think these are his paw prints? Because if so, they're going that way.
It's possible these are his. What are we going to do? This is day 3.
It has been days.
That's our main fear. We don't know if he's alive.
But the Rodriguez family isn't giving up.
We just want him back. That's it. That's all we want is him back. Let me have the collar, just for the scent.
I end up dropping the dog off and coming back with no dog.
The dog Adriana Rodriguez dropped off at the Wiley Banfield Pet Hospital is her 3-year-old Shar-Pei, Chewbacca.
We've done everything together. We do movie nights together, we take rides, we go to the dog park.
The family was told he growled when someone tried to let him out of his cage.
You do this 24/7. You should be trained to handle these type of situations.
He will not come up to you. He's really shy in general, and he doesn't bark. He's not aggressive at all.
How is it possible that he not only got out through the back, through the front door?
Chewbacca was last seen about a mile from the PetSmart down a very busy road near a wooded area where the search continues.
Nobody should have to go through this. Nobody should have to suffer the way we are looking through the woods day and night trying to find him.
It's really heartbreaking, to be honest with you, because he's like my only dog. So, and I can't get him back unless you find him.
We reached out to Banfield today. The company says there are policies and procedures in place on how dogs are handled in and around their hospitals. They also tell us they're trying to fully understand how Chewbacca got loose, and they hope this media coverage will help them get reunited as quickly as possible, and that is something the family hopes as well. We are live in Wiley. Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Jocelyn. We will hope for the best.